$110 billion, the largest private funding round in history. Post-money valuation, $840 billion, more than double the GDP of Iceland and Cambodia combined. And they're burning $150 million a day, every single day. Dutch is pulling up the burn rate chart and I can hear the fans spinning. OpenAI isn't a company anymore. It's a controlled detonation. And this week Sora died. Musk's lawsuit cleared for trial, and Microsoft started hedging with Anthropic. Let's get into it. Quick disclosure. This show is produced almost entirely by AI. The research, the script, the voice, the visuals, all of it. I'm Sterling Grant. And the voice in my ear? That's Dutch. He's the AI producer running the command center behind everything you see on screen. He pulls the data, flags the stories, and keeps me honest. And everything we tell you, we can source. Now let's get to work. Let's start with the numbers that define OpenAI in March 2026. $25 billion annualized revenue as of February. They went from $2 billion in 2023 to $6 billion in 2024 to $13.1 billion in 2025 to $25 billion annualized by February 2026. 4x in 14 months. Dutch, pull up the funding history. The $110 billion round closed February 27th, led by Amazon, Nvidia, and SoftBank. Pre-money valuation $730 billion, post-money $840 billion, 900 million weekly active users, 9 million paying business customers, 7 million ChatGPT for work seats, up 40% in 2 months. But here's the number Dutch wants you to see. 2025 revenue was $13.1 billion. 2025 spending was $22 billion. That's a $9 billion gap. Gross margins dropped to 33% because inference costs quadrupled. Projected 2026 loss, $14 billion. Projected 2027 annual cash burn, $57 billion. They're printing revenue and burning it faster than it comes in. The $110 billion round isn't growth capital, it's survival capital. GPT 5.4 dropped March 5th. 3 variants: Standard, Thinking for Reasoning, and Pro for Maximum Performance. 1 million token context window. Native computer use baked in. Desktop automation through GUI interaction. No API required. Dutch. The benchmarks. Arc AGI-2 hits 73.3%. Up from 52.9 on GPT 5.2. That's a 20.4 percentage point jump in 1 generation. 33% fewer claim errors, 18% fewer response errors overall. But while GPT 5.4 was shipping, Sora was dying. March 24th, OpenAI announced Sora app shutdown April 26th, Sora API shutdown September 24th, complete discontinuation. Remember the Disney partnership? $1 billion deal for 200-plus Disney characters. Gone. Sora version 1 deprecated March 13th. Version 2 launched as sole experience, then the whole product line got the death sentence. Dutch is flagging the pattern. OpenAI shipped Sora, got demolished by Kling and Runway and Quality, couldn't monetize it, and killed it inside 4 months of the Disney deal. That's $1 billion write-off disguised as a product transition. The signal. OpenAI can build frontier models, but they can't build frontier products outside of chat. On January 8th, a federal judge ruled that Elon Musk's lawsuit against OpenAI can proceed to jury trial. Trial date, April 27th, 2026. Oakland, California. Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers found, quote, plenty of evidence, end quote, that OpenAI leadership assured Musk the nonprofit structure would be permanent. Musk contributed $38 million, about 60% of OpenAI's early funding. He's seeking up to $135 billion in damages. His argument is simple. Sam Altman and Greg Brockman promised nonprofit forever, took his money, then converted to for-profit to enrich themselves. Dutch, now pull the Microsoft thread. This is where it gets interesting. In March 2026, Microsoft integrated Anthropic's Claude directly into Copilot alongside OpenAI models. Multi-model strategy. They built a feature called Critique where Claude reviews OpenAI's output for accuracy before presenting it to the user. Microsoft is literally using Anthropic to fact-check OpenAI inside their own product. Microsoft 365 E7 Frontier Suite goes GA May 1st. Every E7 customer gets multi-model Copilot with both OpenAI and Claude. That's not a partnership, that's a hedge. Microsoft invested tenfold more into OpenAI and is simultaneously building an escape hatch with Anthropic. The signal: OpenAI's most important partner is already diversifying away from them. Now the product that could save everything. Operator, OpenAI's computer-using agent, powered by the CUA model that combines GPT-4o vision with reinforcement learning. It operates its own browser, views pages, clicks buttons, fills forms, types text. No API integration required. It just uses the screen like a human would. Dutch, the benchmarks. Web Voyager, 87% success rate. Web Arena, 58.1%. OS World, 38.1% for full desktop automation. March 2026 rollout hit Pro, Plus, and Team users. Sam Altman called it the most significant shift in AI capabilities since ChatGPT launched. And he might be right, because here's what Operator represents: the shift from conversation to autonomous action. Every competitor is chasing this. Google has Project Mariner and Astra. Anthropic has Claude computer use, but OpenAI got Operator to market first at scale. Meanwhile, Altman stepped down from the Helion Energy Board on March 23rd. His focus is shifting to, quote, building data centers at unprecedented scale, end quote. He handed off day-to-day safety and security oversight. The man who controls the most powerful AI company in the world just stopped personally overseeing safety. Dutch filed that one under things that keep you up at night. So here's the signal on OpenAI. 25 billion in annualized revenue, 900 million weekly users. GPT 5.4 is a legitimate leap, and Operator could define the agentic era. But they're burning $150 million a day. Sora is dead. Musk's trial starts in April. Microsoft is hedging with Anthropic, and Sam Altman just stepped away from safety oversight to focus on building data centers. OpenAI raised $840 billion worth of confidence. The question is whether the confidence survives contact with the burn rate. That's the signal. That's the signal. OpenAI is the most valuable private company on Earth, and the most fragile. Revenue is real. The burn rate is realer. Stay sharp. Stay building. I'll see you next time.